Well, Brian, let's start by talking about the good news this week that's come out. Lloyd Kelly is up for Apprentice of the Year at the EFL Football League Awards. Tell us about Lloydie. What's he like?
No, he's done really well, because we did bring him into the 23s when he left straight from school at 16, so that was a big test in itself to come straight in the first team environment, 23s environment, and he's done extremely well, to be honest. He's played most of the 23s games in the 2 years he's been an apprentice, which is unusual in itself, and he's a very laid back, good lad, never have any problems with him, trains extremely hard. I think his educational side is very good as well. So yeah, all over 2 years, fantastic attitude. He's developed really well, and he's obviously been on the first team this season on the bench as well, so it's been a great year for him.
Where do you see his best position being? I know he's very young still and he could develop, but where do you see him progressing?
He's played both left centre-half and left-back, so I think people are really open-minded to where he could end up playing every week, but at the moment he can play either quite comfortably, and that's free to see where he develops in the future to be a left centre-back or a left-back. Obviously
not for this season now, but for next season, does he need a loan move?
He probably does. We looked at it this season, but his progression in the 23s is good, and as we say, he's only still an under 18, so still a scholar, so we thought it was best just to leave him where he is at the minute. We had a couple of options for him to go on loan, but probably weren't right for him, so yeah, we've been pleased, and we'll certainly look next year to push him on.
On the other scale, unfortunately, Charlie Harris suffered a double leg break playing for the 23s. How much does that hit a young player? Obviously a long recovery now for him.
Yeah, it's disappointing for everyone. Charlie's a wholehearted player, gives everything he's got. He's had a good couple of years with us. It's going to take time, but we'll fully make sure he's ready and looked after properly. The medical staff are very good here, so he'll be looked after very well, and we'll make sure he gets back to full fitness.
Now the loans, Mikulski, O'Leary, Andrews, and now Conor Lemon-High-Evans, they're all going to end this season out on loan. You've had plenty of loans throughout the whole campaign. Who have been the stars? Who have progressed? What have been the hits?
I think, to be honest, most of the loans we've put them out to have worked well. There hasn't been too many where because the key to loaning them is getting them the right levels and not either overdoing it or underdoing it. And I think we've got that pretty good this season. Sean McCloskey's obviously got 14 goals in the Conference South in 20 odd games, so that's good for him. Went to Torquay, didn't really get the opportunity there that he would have liked, but we're pleased with Sean. He's come on for the first team this year in the Cup as well, so that's been good. Jake Andrews has got goals wherever he's been. He's at Chippenham now, and they're top of the league and looking for promotion into the Conference South, so Jake's been a real success. Conor Evans is just getting over his injury. He'll go back to Bath at the end of the season to play 4 or 5 games, so they've been really good. Taylor Moore, we went and watched last night, myself and the manager, had played Oxford last night where they got a bit of a tanking, but he's done really well, and Lee Clark's pleased with his progress, so all of them really have worked really well. Zach Viner went to Accrington and had a good spell there and got 20 odd League 2 games under his belt and come back and played in the Championship, so I think we've placed them pretty well, and it's been a really worthwhile exercise really to try and prepare our young players to be better prepared for our first team, because playing in the 23s is not going to prepare them really to play at their first team level. They need men's football, they need toughening up, they need to get the knocks and bruises, they need to play in a level that there's 3 points and people playing for their livelihoods, and I think it's worked really well.
Would it be Taylor Moore at a more senior level, or Tim Plavetic, or even down to Sean Mikulski? How do you go about getting the right club at the right time? How do you discuss that? Who do you discuss that with?
We discuss it with the managers and the clubs to explain to them what we have available. We've got all their clips from the games in the 23s, or Taylor Moore for England, or Plavetic for his club, and we've got all them clips available, and if the other managers at the clubs want to see them, we'll send them across. So they'll have we did it with Arnold Garita. Derek was looking for a striker who could lead the line, a big target man. I said, well, we've got one who may suit you. So he got a look at all of Arnie's clips and took Arnie down there. Unfortunately, injuries have hampered Arnie a little bit, but it was a success when he was playing. So yeah, we've got all the facilities now to give them clubs who are looking for them specific players. We've got all the clips and details of our players for them to have a good look.
That's been your first full season taking on this loan manager role. What have you learnt most? What have been the big things where you think, well, next year if I did that, I'll probably change that?
I I think building good relationships is key, which we've done really well. And as I said before, the key is placing them in the right place. It has to be a good environment. It has to be somewhere where we think they're going to learn and they're going to benefit from it. You know, we just don't want to chuck them here, there and everywhere for the sake of doing it. There's a lot of thought going behind it. There's a lot of discussions in the office of where people think they should go and what level. And then obviously we've got to try and get that right, because it's really important for our young players that they're looked after properly, because we want them to come back and we want to be part of our first team squad.
Alex Ball's obviously stepped up to the 23s, and Trevor Chalice's under 18s is finishing this season really well. How difficult is it gauging performances and results, because obviously you're always moving players around a little bit, aren't you?
That's right. That's right the way through the academy. You know, we try to get our best young players playing up. So sometimes at a weekend our best 5-16s might be playing their 18s, our best 5-18s might be playing the 23s on a Monday. So results, we want to win. We don't like losing, you know, all the way through, but it's about producing players and developing players, and I think we're doing pretty well at the minute. We've got a good second year group of scholars who will hopefully, a good percentage of them will join our 23s next year, so we'll be stronger again, and we're trying to build big good squads that are able to compete, but are able for us to get players out on loan at the same time.